The 2014 Rinspeed XchangE Concept. While this may sound more like a vehicle designed for 2050, but it will actually be on display at the 2014 Geneva Motor Show. Called the XchangE Concept, this vehicle was designed by the Swiss company Rinspeed, and the company plans to revolutionize the automotive industry with it. The new XchangE Concept is all about autonomous driving and making long trips even more enjoyable. The concept is smart enough to drive autonomously up to 120 km per hour, 74 miles per hour, while the driver and the passengers read, listen to music, surf the web, play games, watch movies or any other activity besides driving. A very cool feature of the new concept is the seats, which are inspired by the relaxing business class seats of an airliner, with a world record-setting 20 functionalities built in. Thanks to the new seats, the driver is not obligated to stare at the road, as he can also rotate the seat and talk with the rest of the passengers or watch TV on the 32-inch high-definition screen. Not much is known about what changes Rinspeed has done to the Tesla Model S on which the XchangE is built from, so we suspect the Tesla's standard fare of 60 or 85 kHW electrical systems to be used. The thought of never having to fight the morning rush hour or keep yourself awake on a late-night road trip sounds very enticing. Plus, being able to control the car when the roads got twisty or when trying some 5.4-second 0 to 60 miles per hour runs in the 85 kWh model might be the best of both worlds. Full details on the Rinspeed XchangE concept will be revealed during its official debut in Geneva, but click past the jump for what we know so far. Click past the jump to read more about the new Rinspeed XchangE concept. Exterior. Outside, the Tesla Model S roots show through. Outside, the Tesla Model S roots show through. Its elegant lines and purposeful styling have made it a great car for Rinspeed to build a concept from. The front fascia has received some minor changes, namely the EKG heart monitor, lightning bolt shooting across the grille. The car's rear fascia got a little massaging to make it sportier with a vent just aft of the rear tire. Mostly separates the Rinspeed XchangE as its lime green color and matte accents. We're sure other colors would be available if this ever moved into production, but for now it remains a concept. Interior. This is where the big new lies. A completely reworked instrument panel with information screen spanning from end to end holds up the cantilevered steering wheel, gear selector, and glass-encased Carl F. Bucherer wristwatch perched just above. Once the automated driving is initiated, the steering wheel simply moves and parks itself in the center of the dashboard. Once the automated driving is initiated, the steering wheel simply moves and parks itself in the center of the dashboard, giving the most space to the driver without impeding the passenger's space either. The car will command itself up to a speed of 74 miles per hour and will likely, not real details from Rinspeed, navigate you start to finish completely on its own. Turn the two front seats around and fold the rear seat back down for viewing the 32-inch flat-screen TV embedded in the car. An espresso machine sits in the center console between the driver and passenger for those long commutes to the office. Ambient mood lighting also helps set the tone, while the panoramic glass roof helps keep the cabin open and airy. The idea of totally leaving the car to drive frees up the occupants to do whatever they wish. When this idea of total automated driving comes to market, we suspect the entrepreneurs, CEOs, and busy professions will be among the early adopters as they can work while underway. Drivetrain. The drivetrain will likely be very similar to what underpins the Tesla Model S. Perhaps Rinspeed will go beyond modifying the base 60 kWh car, moving further up into the Model S lineup, perhaps reaching the P85 kWh. That combination would allow for the best of both situations, a driverless car for the weekdays going to work, and the high-performance track star on the weekends. It's not known how much extra juice the new electronics in the XchangE would drain from the Tesla's batteries, but perhaps by the time this sort of technology hits the streets, that drain will be negligible. When can I drive one? It's highly unlikely we'll ever get to drive the Rinspeed XchangE due to its one-off nature. Rinspeed is more of a development, think tank company that specializes in reaching for the stars. It is, however, highly likely that within the next 10 years or so, driverless cars and automated driving systems will be commonplace on the roads. We're excited about the possibility of non-enthusiasts having access to driverless cars. The number of accidents should fall fairly significantly with less distracted, drunk, and sleep-deprived driving going on. Competitors. Currently, there are no fully automated cars in production. There are, however, a number of companies developing the technology including Cadillac, Nissan, Mercedes, and even Google. As these systems grow more and more advanced, their popularity will continue to grow. Rinspeed's example in the XchangE seems to be more focused on what the driver does during his off time than about how the system actually moves the car down the road while not killing anyone. Conclusion. As the production of automated cars grows ever closer, we stand divided on whether the idea is one we like. In one regard, not being required to drive will be a warm welcome on long road trips or fighting the morning commute through hordes of traffic jams. Another positive is providing a smarter driving system for those who need the extra help piloting a 2-ton mass of metal and those who would otherwise drive distracted. Yet we fear possible legislation requiring driverless cars on public streets, thereby rendering the pleasure of driving a thing of the past. Stay tuned to Topspeed when more information comes to light at the Geneva Auto Show in early March. Love it. Amazing interior functionality. Relax while Big Brother drives you to work. Possibility of fewer accidents with everyone going driverless. Leave it. Takes the joy out of driving. Who's at fault if it were to crash? Still years away.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.